animation is so hard! People who do this for a living deserve more credit and respect!
Shut your lame ass up, nigga.
Guys, I have a confession. As much as I admire masterful storytelling in my cartoons, I'm in love with aesthetics. Please don't hurt me.
I'm so sorry!
But isn't that one of the main reasons we love this medium in the first place? The ability to be so varied yet uniquely beautiful. So while I cook up another 15-minute nostalgia baiting banger for you, I'm gonna quickly go over some cartoons I just love to look at.
Well, look at you there.
Whether it's for their art style, animation, character designs, backgrounds, all of it, anything in the show. It's basically whatever I think is totally tubular.
Tubular!
I find a lot of things visually appealing and I want to share that. So if you're ready to forego all storytelling for some pretty pictures, let's get cooking.
You're the spawn of Satan!
Starting off with an absolute heater, I have for you Todd McFarlane's Spawn from 1997.
And he's got nobody to blame but himself. And me. I'm Todd McFarlane, and I created Spawn.
This is definitely one of the best looking cartoons I've ever seen. No exaggeration, this show is gorgeous.
Gorgeous!
Being an 18 episode series, I believe it was able to get more care than something say like Batman the Animated Series. A show visually similar in their darker aspects, but Spawn takes those concepts much further. Particularly, I love the lighting. The composition of these scenes are actual beauty, like works of art. I'm not playing with you. With the art style being more realistic than fantastical, it might seem like they have too many shadows, but that obviously was intended to represent how melancholy and fucked up this world is.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
Even something as simple as them walking down a hallway keeps you on the edge of your seat through the lighting alone. The best use of this has to be these fight scenes where it's only shadows and flashing lights. I'm 99% sure this also happens in BTAS, but it just looks so good here. Oof. That's not the only thing to gush over either. The animation is spawn-tacular. Spawn himself has some great cape movements and aura farming moments. Not just that either, they can get nasty too. In episode 1, he visits his own corpse, cause he's dead, and tries to take his wedding ring off, leading to him severing the rotting finger from the body. That shit is sickness. The concept is already gross, and the animation leaves no room for your imagination. This whole show is A1, no steak sauce. I'm not going over all of it because we have other shit to get to, but the background, sound designs, and even the story is amazing. Get that.
You're not him. You're not him!
I can't recommend it enough. One of the few shows on this list that has it all. What happened to his finger again? Yeah, thanks. Just like most of you, I'm assuming, I adored Beyblade as a kid. Low-key still do to this day, and you may or may not be seeing an Iger Akabane truther video from me in the future.
Please God, no.
Due to the topic of this video, I can see you calmly thinking, World Dot, I understand that this is a matter of personal preference, so our tastes can definitely differ from one another, but I simply cannot see anything visually outstanding coming from the Beyblade anime, sir. The look is generic, frankly. To that I would say, I'm talking about the battles, silly.
What was all that noise?
You do have a point, disembodied voice of my viewer. All the generations of Beyblade anime use a regular kid shonen style with nothing entirely special. Though I am talking about the Metal Saga today, and them niggas had some drip on, and Moses split the Red Sea with a Beyblade. Don't fucking play with them.
He's tough. He's tough. I told you he's tough.
Yeah, I like the character designs, but what always enamored me were the CGI Beyblades. Watching those 3D modeled tops spin is hypnotic to me. There, I said it.
There. You happy?
It scratches the perfect part of my brain every time. Seeing them zip around the stadium or their urban landscapes is way too satisfying and saucy for a glorified toy ad.
Now who would buy a brick for a toy?
Getting specific here, I love looking at the fodder ones. You know, the ones that accumulate when someone's doing like a 1v20 or some shit for some reason? They have no motif or special design and just spin in a nice little circle. This view and some wine, am I right? Yeah.
Shut up.
But yeah, I don't know what else to say about them. They look cool. Beyblade Burst and X kinda capture the same feeling for me, but I'm nostalgia pilled, so what are you gonna do about it?
Mr. Surfer, have you ever considered propane as an alternative energy source for that board of yours? With a little retooling, I could get it to work. Tell you what I'm gonna do. Being that you're my neighbor and I like you, I'm going to give you the new neighbor discount and a free t-shirt. So what do you say?
Silver Surfer from 1998 is an underrated animated gem that deserves way more attention, which is why I am here to talk about the artwork. Firstly, I don't even mind the mix of cel-shaded and CGI animation, but it is the late 90s, so it does look off, let's say that.
Something's off.
What moves my surfboard is the mesmerizing outer space backgrounds. My favorite scenes are the ones when the surfer is floating through space and it's just him and the beautiful scenery. Listening to him contemplate his problems over this gorgeous view is simply unmatched.
Again, do I wander the spaceways alone?
The colors, the gradients, they're all so pleasing yet ominous, like the universe is silent and still yet always ready to explode with new colors in life. The best use of this has to be during a star going nova. Supernova! The red gradient background, the light shining off his silver body, the swishing particles, it's a chef's kiss. These big scenes, along with those slower moments, make for a believable and visually striking space atmosphere that I've not seen in many other media. If I was a tortured soul forced to roam the universe cursed with the power cosmic, I'd want these views too, that's all I'm saying. Uber specific pull on more shit I like in this show. In the final episode, Thanos uses a hologram and it looks pretty dope. That's all. Also, you can probably tell, but this show inspired the background you're seeing right now if you look up from your phone. So yeah, I kind of really like this stuff, man.
Unicorn. Old French, unicorn.
Remember when I said Spawn was one of those shows that did everything right, including the story? Well, Unicorn Warriors Eternal is like that, without the story part.
Where's my arc, Paulie?
Aside from the script-shaped elephant in the room, I think Gendy hit it out the park again. The rubber hose-like drawings combined with the more intense action cartoon animation is a unique clash of styles that might not work for everyone, but I thought it was well made and looks pretty good. All of the designs pop out even if they're somewhat lackluster due to the novelty of the art style. Where it shines the most is in the backgrounds, bro, the backgrounds. Things like the steampunk city or the mystical realm just look so good. Gendy knows how to put pen to that paper or tell the people how to put pen to that paper. However, he got pen on that paper. He knows how to put pen on the paper.
Breathe! I'm fine.
I'm not gonna name all of them, but that forest and especially those castle designs, boy. Unicorn might have tried to do too much, leading to it not doing much of anything at all, but it kind of made up for it with the stellar artwork. Low key, bro, I didn't even hate the story. I just think it needed a lot more episodes to successfully develop its characters and plot. So I'm gonna blame HBO and move on. Who's with me?
Here's what's coming up next on Triple Feature Friday.
Next up, I have a triple feature for you, a three-way spot held by Shaggy and ScoobyDoo Get a Clue, Batman Brave and the Bold, and mainly Hero 108. Don't ask me why I did that voice. These three share a spot for one simple reason. Outlines, outlines, I love outlines. Another thing I love is prominent black outlines. They give the characters a certain bounciness that just scream cartoon in my brain. Looking at designs alone, you can immediately tell these characters are here to make you laugh with their unusual yet amusing form and shape. Their expressive posing and movements are only enhanced by the wacky, thick black outline. It's been like that since like the dawn of time.
In the early 1900s,
Hero 108 is my favorite example of this because those sharp, bold outlines are to die for. It blends so well with the flat, jagged art style of the characters and world. It almost looks like a 2D Lego show in some cases through their clever use of squares and cubes. Watch Lego Monkey Kid, by the way, that shit is tough. It's not on the list, but honorable mention because it does look quite good. Just to say it because I can, Hero 108 has some stellar character designs too. Not just the main bunch either, who are swagged out by the way, but even the animals that are the same model repeated are so stylish I fuck with them heavy. As for Shaggy and Scooby, I just think that show looks good, particularly Shaggy and Scooby themselves. Everyone else is kind of iffy with like the outlines, but I think the two main characters look really good here.
Looking good!
It's also interesting why this stylistic choice can be made for certain shows. When it comes to something like Brave and the Bold, for instance, it was a new unorthodox take on an established IP. This is the least serious version of Batman and these characters we ever got, so it uses a less serious art style with bigger outlines to convey that to the viewer before even watching a second of it. That's genius.
Chiggley. Chiggley, they got to me. I'm strong, but I'm not that strong, Chiggley. Every man has his limits, Chiggley, the dirty Dems.
Lastly, reaching into my bag of tricks here, I present to you the 1969 British stop-motion children's series, Chiggley.
Where are you going? Trumpton? Chiggley?
Chiggley.
Yeah, I got real deep cuts up here too.
Sick reference though, bro.
Oh, thanks, bud.
Dude, your references are out of control. Everyone knows that.
I know ball. Oh yeah, that guy, we go way back. We kick it all the time. He's chill as hell too. You should subscribe. Produced by the late Gordon Murray, Chiggley is actually the final part of the Trumptonshire trilogy. This show, like the others, follows the events and lives of the citizens in and around the title town Chiggley. They go through simple life problems and usually conquer them through community and jolly tunes.
Chugging along between banks of green willow.
I just like the vibes, twin. As soon as I start an episode, I just sit back, relax, and listen to the soothing music while looking at the beautifully crafted sets and puppets.
Mrs. Hanneman is buying fish from Mr. Carraway, and Mr. Murphy is busy loading his baker's van.
It's obvious there was a lot of attention to detail and care put into the production. My favorite piece might have to be Mr. Bellburrow's train.
I had a toy train. Then one day I lost it. Choo-choo.
Not only is it a lovely locomotive, but it spans across multiple sets. That means it's seen in front of various settings and backgrounds, and it carries people to other parts of town. So now I'm seeing even more stop motion puppets interact. It's great.
My voice doesn't crack.
They're British, so of course, you know, they gotta go down to the biscuit shop, and then oh no, there's not something at the biscuit shop they need, so then they gotta go get the materials, and they put the materials on Bellburrow's train, and then you gotta hear the train song.
Time flies by when I'm the driver of a train.
And then we get back to the biscuit shop. Then you realize that the biscuit shop was making biscuits for like a fundraiser or something. So now we're in the town square. Everybody's in the town square. And then we're eating biscuits to the biscuit song. It's greatness. This is cozy as fuck and almost feels like Pocoyo to me, which is also kind of British. So this is Big Bro in a way if you think about it.
Cut transmission. Cut it.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like, please like, subscribe, comment, share, all that bullshit that YouTube asks of me. Tell me what you like to see from cartoons in the comments. You know, the stuff that you like to see in cartoons. There's not really much else I have to say. Go watch the last video and all the videos before that. Yeah, 2026 World Out to the Moon. I have honorable mentions. I'm gonna read those and the video's gonna end. Yes, honorable mention: Scavenger's Reign, Titan AE, Spectacular Spider-Man, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, Glitch Text, Gentry Child vs. the Underworld, The Tick, Common Side Effects, Motor City, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, Flow, Thundercats 2011, Looney Tunes: The Day the Earth Blew Up, Wander Over Yonder, The Curious George Movie, Shaolin Showdown, Pokemon Concierge, Invaders Them, and Martha Speaks.